Pratika Rawal, the mind behind the bat. Welcome to Rise and Prosper with Jay Lakhani, where we unlock the mindset, habits, and stories that build abundant wealth, radiant health, and unshakable joy. In this episode, we talk about Pratika Rawal, the Indian women's opening batsman redefining the mental game of cricket. At just 25, Pratika has emerged as one of Indian cricket's brightest hopes, not merely for her elegant stroke play or her impressive average above 50, but for the depth of her mental strength. A right-handed opening batter and a psychology graduate, she represents a new generation of athletes, those who not only train the body but command the mind. As someone who trades in the financial markets, I find this deeply relatable. In both arenas, sports and finance, skill matters, but mindset decides everything. You can have all the technical ability in the world, but without mental fitness, you will eventually fail. A childhood forged in focus. Born in Delhi into a cricket-loving family, Pratika's earliest memories are filled with the sound of leather on willow. Her father, Pradeep Rawal, a former university-level cricketer and also an umpire, placed a bat in her hands when she was just 3. She never put it down. By the age of 10, she was already making headlines. In one school match against a college team, she scored over 50 runs, stunning everyone who watched. Her focus and patience were far beyond her years. The making of a professional. With the help of her mentor, Pratika worked not only on her fitness and technique, but also on her discipline and mental resilience. Her daily routine was a blend of physical and psychological training, early morning runs for endurance, yoga for flexibility, and breathing exercises for calmness and focus. Her coach said, Pratika's greatest strength is her coachability, her openness to learn. The psychology of performance. What truly sets Pratika apart is her academic background in psychology, which would help her to master her own mind. Understanding psychology has changed the way I play cricket, she once said. When you know why a bowler sets a certain field, or how to calm your nerves after a mistake, you play with more clarity. And that clarity, the ability to stay calm under pressure, is what separates good players from great ones. It echoes one of the most timeless lessons from the Bhagavad Gita, where Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, "You have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruits of your actions. Whether I score 100 or get out early," she says, "my job is to stay in the moment." This focus on process over outcome is not just spiritual wisdom, it's modern sports psychology at its finest. A parallel can be drawn to Michael Phelps, the Olympic swimmer, who used visualization to mentally rehearse every race scenario, from perfect dives to broken goggles, so that nothing could surprise him. Pratika approaches her innings the same way, visualizing match conditions, bowlers, and pressures long before she faces them. Even with her remarkable talent, Pratika faced a crushing moment when she went unsold at the Women's Premier League auction. For many, that would have been the end. For her, it was fuel. She turned disappointment into discipline, sharpening her game and strengthening her mindset. A few months later, she received her maiden call-up for India. On debut against the West Indies, she batted with the composure of a veteran. Soon after, she scored a majestic 154 against Ireland, her breakthrough innings that silenced every critic. Since then, she has scored 7 50s and 2 centuries, including a record-breaking 212-run opening stand with Smriti Mandhana against New Zealand that took India into the World Cup semi-finals. A modern mindset, an ancient wisdom. Pratika Rawal embodies the balance between body and mind, action and reflection. Her story isn't just about runs or records, it's about self-mastery. Like Arjuna on the battlefield, she plays with calm resolve, detached from outcome, yet fully devoted to the process. And perhaps that's the truest form of victory, the mastery of oneself before the mastery of any game. As we look at Pratika's journey, it mirrors the mindset needed in financial markets. Just as a batter must face unpredictable deliveries with poise, a trader must face volatile markets with composure. In both fields, those who succeed are not necessarily the most skilled, but the most centered. Skill gives you tools, psychology gives you power. The Bhagavad Gita teaches us to act with focus and detachment, and that is exactly what separates a reckless trader from a wise investor, or an anxious athlete from a champion. So whether you are holding a bat or a stock position, remember, Your true competition is not the market or the opponent, it's your own mind. That's where mastery begins. If this inspired you, hit like, share, and subscribe, and join the movement to rise higher, live fuller, and prosper together. Blessings from Jay Lakhani. Until next time, keep rising.